no idea. So far looking good. Hi, Carl. Hi, Mark. How are you guys? I don't know how well or stable this is going to be. Right now, it's looking pretty good. Hey, Chris, how are you? Good to see you. Am I coming through okay? Hey, Alan, how are you? Yes, Mark. There's no other way to put it. This trip has been just mind-blowingly good. It's wrapping up here, but yeah, it's even though there are some things I wanted to do over while I was over here, I didn't get to do. I've done a lot of things I didn't plan on doing, and it's been amazing. And we've done so many things, and yet it's the people we're meeting more than the places we're seeing, more than the things we're doing. It's the people we're meeting that's just making it amazing. So there's uh, Alan, Chris, we got Mark, Carl. It's so amazing to for the first time to see your names on a scroll and now actually have met you in person. It's just amazing. Part of that's the lighting in here. The lighting in here is not good. Dale, great to see you. We are having a great time. It's almost over. We're going to London tomorrow. Our train is all good. We're set. No worries. Uh, and then we just got to make sure our flight is working because on our way over, we had so many problems with our flights being canceled. We're worried that it might still be happening. Um, so I just wanted to see right now, you guys are responding. I think you're hearing me. Um, yes, I Joyce and I have talked about it, and I think sometime in the future a second trip to the UK is going to happen. There's so many places we didn't see. I mean, not even to just come back and meet again all the people we met, but there are so many places we missed. We didn't get to the southeast or the southwest of England. The furthest south we went, I think, is London. London might be a little further south than Cardiff, geographically speaking. But yes, there's reasons to come back. Um, I don't think we left anything on the table for the places we did go. I don't think they're going to Edinburgh. I don't think there's anything, oh, we didn't do that. We should have done that. Sean Ricard, hey, great to see you. Yeah, Joyce is over here. I don't know if she will appear on camera, but the voice of an angel shall filter over now and then. Um, do you want to say hi? Oh,
Hi, everybody.
you can pop over if you wanted
yes, I
to.
will a bit.
Okay, she says she will pop over in a bit, but there's Joyce. Um, but um, there is there's I don't it's going to be weird, but I want to mention this now. There's one very sad event that has nothing to do with us. Okay? Um, if some of you know Roger at St. Blazey's World, um, his they had a sudden death in the family, and just a very tragic sudden death in his family. And those of you who know him and know his post know what happened. I just want to leave it at that because otherwise I'll break up because it was very it was very sad. But if you guys know Roger, and even if you don't know Roger, whatever it is you do, send hopes, thoughts, prayers for him. This is just tragic. Um, there's not much worse. Losing any family member is tough, but yeah, that just um, so just I just wanted to acknowledge because he might watch this or not, and we've talked a bit on Facebook and we talk through things. And Roger has not had great health himself lately. He wanted to come and meet us when we were down in that part of the country, and he wanted to come up to York, and he couldn't because of things. And I would have loved to have met Roger because he would have just been another brilliant person to meet, like the rest of the people we've met. But that's really tough. Yeah, it's I just as somebody who just became a grandfather, um, I've got I didn't just become a grandfather. My grandson is a year and a half old now, um, and you all know how I feel about my grandson, my one and only grandchild. So I just the tragedy would just blow my mind, but I didn't want to be all happy and laughing and playing without acknowledging that. And I hate to put a dark tone on this, but I think those of you that have met Joyce and me know that what you see on the camera is what we are. We care. Joyce and I are caring people. We love people. We love getting to know people. And I think your responses to us, I think, well, if I ever needed my ego boosted, I don't anymore, to have so many people that came and met us and just were so kind to us. Hey, there's Will Chuffed. Um, it was, yeah. Hey, Timber Surf, how are you? Hi, hi. It's been a while since we've seen you. I hope you're well. But all of you have channels. I'm so far behind on watching videos, and I feel bad about it. I know everybody says don't feel bad about it, but I do because I like to watch your videos. I like to comment on your videos. It's how I feel I got to know you. So when I actually did get to meet you, and I think we're up to 10, we've met 10 or 11 fellow YouTubers on this trip. And not only have we met fellow YouTubers, but we've met family. We met Richard from Trains in the Attic, Richard Brown from Trains in the Attic, and we met his mom. And we've talked to his mom a couple of times on live streams, but to meet her in person was just brilliant, as well as meeting Richard.
Yeah, she's very sweet.
If you want to know why Alan Weil smiles and is happy, um, he's got a family that would make you smile. It was wonderful to meet Babs and his daughter and grandson. We got to meet Jim. I don't want to give out his last name because he tends to keep that off the internet. Jim at Hover Motion. We met his family, and how brilliant were they? And then again at York, 6 people. Now I know maybe it was only 6 people came, but it was a middle of a week. It was just sort of a day we set up and said, this is when we're going to the National Rail Museum. And I don't know if Jim Hover Motion, if you do watch this, I stole your t-shirt, Jim. I got your shirt, Jim. If you go back to when I met Jim and posted pictures either on Facebook, I don't think I put them on YouTube yet. No, I did put one picture of YouTube. He was wearing this t-shirt, this exact one. I stole it from him and made it grow so I could wear it. But uh, Jim said if you go to the Model Railway Museum to get this T-shirt, so I got this T-shirt. So that's my homage to Jim at Hover Motion. We got to meet Carl Braun and to get a face with somebody I've been talking to for 2, 3 years on the internet was brilliant. Andrew McDonald, Northwest Junction, we met him, and I just again there's a I talk about it, I repeat myself over and over. I'm just sitting at a table. Here's Richard from Trains in the Attic. Next to me on this side is Robert from Robert's Train Sets. Alan Wiles and Leslie Gilpin are up here having a chat. Andrew McDonald of March West Junction and his amazing channel is in on that. Carl sitting up there. And I'm like, look at all these amazing YouTube people that are here that came here. And Alan surprised us. I think the funniest thing was we didn't know he was going to come to York. We did not know he was going to come to York. The others had told me they were coming to York. And Joyce and I are standing there. We're trying to stand because some of these people, I don't know what they look like. But I think everybody knows what I look like. And hopefully people have figured out I'm kind of tall. Joyce is laughing at that one. By now, if you've seen the pictures of me with everybody else, I am kind of tall. I don't think I'm very tall, but I'm kind of tall. And so I just figured if I stood there and looked lost, everybody would say, there he is. And as we're looking, we walked inside. It was a hot day. We walked inside because the people said, well, if you got a crew coming, just go inside, and they'll find you there. It's like, okay. So we went inside. And Joyce and I are looking around like, okay, I have no idea what Andrew McDonald looks like. He said he was going to be here soon. Leslie Gilpin, I know what he looks like, and we're just watching. But before Leslie shows up, I look over at the line, and there's a guy wearing a baseball cap and a delivery man's shirt. And I just out of the corner of my eye, I go, that guy over there looks like Alan. And I keep staring and I keep staring. I go, Joyce, that guy really looks like Alan Wiles again from Dragon Junction. But he didn't say he was coming. And so finally I'm just staring and I'm like, yeah, it's Alan. And I just point at him and he just puts that grin on his face. Gotcha. It was so amazing. It was so funny. And then but I knew everybody by face except Andrew and Andrew from March West Junction and Carl. Yeah, Carl, I didn't know by face. So Carl had to find us. But again, if you look for me, that was easy. But it was so brilliant to meet everybody. And that's even 6 people came down to York to see me and Joyce was just mind boggling. And then gifts. The gifts. Oh my gosh. People are giving me stuff. People are giving me stuff. I've got a bag I just packed. Where'd I throw it? Oh, here we go. I mean, Andrew, I buy you a drink, and you're like, you texted me today. You said I owe you a drink, dude. You, I mean, you don't owe me anything. Your drink didn't cost as much as this did. I mean, this is brilliant. Robert's Train says was showing us that he was following our plane trip, and he gave us a little chart where he was following our flight over the Atlantic. I think Andrew, was this from you as well? I think this is the one from you. Another little wagon to go on my layout. I mean, this is just so cool. Hey, Kiwi Dave, how are you? And then Chris Hales gave us mugs. I will take this out, but I'm going to put it back. Well, we got a couple of Hales Heritage Railway mugs. Alan gave us all kinds of things, but the biggest gift Alan gave us, we've talked about it, and he's probably sick of us thanking him, is he took us, again, I mentioned it last stream, he took us on this amazing tour of North Wales, and he comes to York. he drives 3 hours or whatever it was to York. And then he apologizes that he didn't do more. He drove across northern Wales, picked us up, drove us all through northern Wales, took us to his house, let us watch him run his trains in the shed and mess with stuff. And then he apologizes that he couldn't do more. If that's not what a kind and generous person is, I don't know what is. When they do all that for you and then like, I'm sorry, I couldn't do more. I just hope that someday I could do half for you all that you all did for Joyce and me. It's just been mind blowing. I mean, Jim at Hover Motion sent me with a bag of stuff here, and I actually left something at his place that he was giving me, and I forgot to grab it. So, I mean, and again, I am not encouraging people to give us gifts. I would never ask for this stuff, but the fact that people are giving us this stuff, you're making my life hell because I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to get this all home. Now, one thing I did buy. Okay, let's do this. Okay, we'll get that out of the way. And by the way, these are not all the gifts we got. This just happens to be here because we've been packing to get ready to catch our train in the morning. Okay. I missed railway shops. I missed railway shops in Cardiff, Lords and Butlers. I could have gone to Lords and Butlers, didn't make it. Up in Bangor, there were a couple of model train shops. I didn't make it to. In Liverpool, we did not make it into one. Finally, when we went to Edinburgh, we hit a couple of model train shops, but they didn't have what I was looking for. Now, if you guys know me, you know what's in here. That gave it away. Anybody who knows their Hornby numbers already knows what that is. But I finally did buy. Now, anybody who knows me, Jean Ricard, before you type a word, you just shut up, Jean Ricard. Hey, Leslie, it was our honor too. So before Jean Ricard starts giving me grief, shut up, Jean Ricard. Just shut up. Yes, we're trying to figure out how we're gonna get it all home. I bought myself a mallard. I did get my mallard. It's a basic one. Yes, you bet it's blue. Yes, Carl, very good. Yes, you bet it's blue. But yeah, I got the mallard here. Well, it's very elaborate in there. I'm not going to take it all the way out, but yes, I got the what is it? The railroad level. That's Hornby's lesser level. But I did get the mallard, and this is not going to show up well because the lighting's not great in here. But yeah, I got the mallard. So and I can run the mallard, not on my main layout, but I am going to set up a little DC layout so I can run my Eurostar, my mallard, and some other stuff. And plus, this guy can haul that little package or a couple of cars that Andrew and that gave me. Again, I just can't believe. No, that one I can't run backwards. I can't run that one backwards, Ray. And how are you, Ray? Good to see you. So, Jean Ricard hasn't said anything yet. I told him shut up. Yeah, I know. Hey there, 156 Andrew. So, I'm it's going to kind of be a shelf queen, but I do have some Hornby track. I will eventually get some better. Maybe I'll even get Miracle Tricks track and run it on that. The Tricks track is the same as my Miracle C track, the Tricks C track. But very nice shop. We bought this at Monk Bar. That was the name of it. We bought this at Monk Bar here in York. Very nice shop. Right next to a fortified wall tower. Really cool location because beautiful scenery. And then you sneak around the tower, the gate tower, and he's just tucked in the one corner there. So very cool. Mullard Hollow Wagon, sacrilege. Well, it's all I got right now until I break down and buy some cars. But yeah, this is just amazing gifts we got here. We have had a blast. It's hard to believe it's almost over. In some ways, like Cardiff seems like a year ago already. We were in Cardiff 3 weeks ago, and it seems a year ago already. It just each trip has gone by faster. Like when we were in Edinburgh, we're like, wow, it felt like we just got to Edinburgh and we're packing. And we're packing today, we're done with York, and it's like, we just got here. It's been really, really weird. But not only do I want to get this stuff home, I want to get it home in one piece. I mean, there's a couple of things here, like this beautiful picture. Will be going up in my layout room. I will be hanging this somewhere. But oh, I don't even want to put that in a suitcase where it could get bent or banged around or stuff crashed into it. I know there's special packing you can buy for it. I might look into it, or I just may take this as a spare bag and do this. But this is just the generosity that people have shown Joyce and me has just been, you know, we just wanted to meet you people. I wanted to meet you. If you wanted to meet us, that was even better. But we just wanted to meet so many of you, and we did. I mean, it started with Tim JD, and what a great guy. And I wish there was a way we could have grabbed Tim JD and brought him to York, because if you don't know Tim Dowd, you would love him. He is such a nice guy. He's such a great guy. And with all the other great people we've met, um, I just think it would have been mutual. By the way, Tim JD only has about 180 subscribers. He said he got a bump when I mentioned him a couple of weeks ago. Um, I hate to proselytize here, but if we could spread the word and get Tim subscriptions over 200, he would be thrilled. And he's not asking for that. I'm asking for that. And I know many of you know Tim JD, and he's usually here. And if he is here, hey, there's Ewan. How are you, Ewan? Great to see you. Just a bunch of stuff going on. I understand. And it's this trip. You guys remember 3 weeks ago when we first got to the UK, all the hell we were going through the last 3, 4 days right before we took off. Well, it's like this trip just was apologizing for that. And again, Joyce and I call these things first world problems. Ooh, our flight was canceled. We get to travel. We can afford to travel. All right, we're not traveling first class and everything, but these are happy problems. Ooh, boo hoo, our flight was canceled. Ooh, we had to rush to the airport for a different. When you look back and you complain about that, when there are people starving, people suffering without the basics of life, for us to complain or cry that a flight was canceled, a train was late, or that somebody went on strike because that might interfere with our plans. In the end, it comes across as a little, to Joyce and me, it comes across as a little, it's still an annoyance when you're going through it. You have a right to be annoyed when something annoys you. You have a right to be annoyed. But in the end, it's first world problems for Joyce and me. But this trip has just been, I could not have asked for it to be as good as it's been. It has been. There's Robert. Oh, Robert, and to meet Leslie. Oh my goodness, I love Leslie's train spotting videos. He goes to different places, gets so many great trains, and the backgrounds he can pull off at times uh, is amazing. Chris here is another guy I'd love to get over 200 as well. Because I remember me getting near 200 and going, oh, I want to get to 200. So Chris has some great stuff going. Hopefully, Chris has um, had some good news going on there. But yeah, it was so weird. Just it was surreal. I think people have used that word a bit, but just Robert's train set, Dragon Junction, March West Junction. These guys that are just channels that I mean, all your channels are brilliant. And I just do my thing. and that people like that is cool too. But people are asking, what was your favorite bit? What was your favorite city? I mean, it's hard to say what our favorite city was. We have a special guest arriving.
Maybe.
Maybe. Maybe. Ta-da! Oh, the broken couch. The broken couch. Yeah, the couch in the room we're at is.
Yeah, it's a
Here,
say.
stick your feet underneath. There you
I'm
go.
trying to. A couple of years older, we never get out of this thing.
Yeah. Well, let me turn that. There we go. So, what was your favorite part about?
Oh, don't ask me.
We will say Liverpool hit us really cool. We were just in a cool spot in Liverpool, but of course Liverpool was going to be special because I'm a Beatles fan and all that. But Joyce loved the water, so Cardiff was cool. The Carnarvon, you really like Carnarvon more than I expected you to. Carnarvon,
Yeah,
Carnarvon.
I really, yeah, there was a lot about Carnarvon I liked. So, um,
And the funny thing is, Joyce here, and if you don't know, this is Joyce.
who doesn't know Joyce?
This is my partner, Nancy.
It's Lil, damn it.
Hey, you caught it this time.
Yay!
Everybody knows I fed her that line like 6 times at the Railway Museum, and she's just like, you're missing your cue.
So, oh gosh, who said hi?
Everybody's saying hi.
Well, yeah. So, hi, Robert. Hi, Leslie. Hi, Growler. Hi, Bang Junction guy.
That's Carl.
I know Carl.
Yes, you know Carl. You really know Carl now.
I'm March.
And the funny thing is,
hi.
Joyce,
Hi, Andrew.
and I know all of you that watch my channel, like you're doing now, my live streams, you know Joyce, you know who she is. But Joyce will say that, like meeting the train guys is my thing, that she's just the good trooper going along. And, it's like, no, they're there to meet you too. They're there to meet you too. You're part of the team.
Don't know why, but hi, Jean.
Hey, Jean.
Hey, Ellen.
I bought the mallard.
Hi, Chris. I loved how he said that with the cafe. The voice of an angel.
Yeah.
And Chris is so very Chris. I said, otherwise, just absolutely what you see is what you get.
Well, that's what makes it great. The people we're meeting, they are who they are, because not everybody you see on camera is what they are you see on camera.
And Andra, absolutely enjoying the vacation. It's thanks. It's time to go home, I think. But
not yet. You got 3 days.
Joyce is a star. Oh my goodness. Oh.
You're giggling like Alan right now.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry? No, that's all right.
So, no, we've had a fabulous time, but it's time.
She's missing her grandbaby.
I'm missing my grandbaby. And my children. My bed. We have been, at least, okay, almost all of them. We've been in double beds.
Yeah. Apparently the UK are smaller people than us, because Joyce and I are not used to sleeping this close to each other.
When we were younger, we had a small bed.
And then we realized that we didn't like sleeping on top of each other.
More room than that.
At least sleeping,
right.
Never mind.
Yeah,
keep this.
Just stop.
Just stop.
So anyway, yeah, these really short and small beds. It's extremely close. Can you have that song now?
Which song?
Oh, which song, Chris?
She may have forgotten. I've forgotten.
I sang them a little bit. I forget though.
Now, Carl asked about Jorvik, the Viking Center today.
Oh, that was such a fascinating way to show their um that was such a fascinating way to show what they dug up. I've never seen anything like it. There were school groups there, and if I lived anywhere near here, I would be bringing my classes to this. That was so cool. just, I just can't get over it. It just blew my mind.
Yeah, it was cool.
Just
It was very cool.
how
I
well
really liked it.
they showed it, and it just you can't do better. It was so good.
Yeah.
It's my second favorite
I
museum.
think she liked Jorvik.
You think?
No, because now, hey Paul, how are you?
It's harder to read the chat. I just do it at home.
Oh, he's
I'm
any song he
closer.
asked you to sing. He asked you to sing at Starbucks, and you want it. So I think it's any song.
Any song? Yeah.
And I got a da baby.
Oh, okay, it's Chris. Kai's doing well. Misses you guys too.
Hey, Lindy, yay! Chris. Oh, it's Chris. Hi
It's
there.
Chris. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I texted her a little bit ago and she didn't respond, so I wondered if the two of them were off on something or napping or
Oh,
whatever.
Andrew T is here. So we've got 3 of our Andrews here. Hey, Paul again. How are you?
Oh
Paul
my
asked
God.
a question
Yeah.
about, or well, made a statement about recovering. We'll take a couple of days to recover, but then we'll get back into our home summer routine.
Yeah, we will, and
Biking, tennis,
that's the thing.
gardening,
I heard about the smell-o-vision basically,
sleeping in a king bed.
how it was sleepy, and
I think they had the smells
it's
toned down a bit.
it's. I was sniffing on purpose, if that makes sense.
They had them in
It
parts, but it
was-
wasn't as strong as
Well,
some
it
other things.
wasn't. Well, it smelled. It wasn't.
It didn't.
It wasn't
I
outrageous.
think they had cut it back for whatever
Maybe.
reason.
I don't know. All
because
those kids are there.
we
Whatever.
had read and heard that they really liked to create the smells too, and maybe people complained or something because it was definitely toned down.
Yeah, we did go to the Slug and Lettuce. That's the first place we went to in London.
Yes.
Was the Slug and Lettuce?
No, it was Cardiff.
No,
It was
was
London.
London.
London,
That's where
we
we
went
met
to
those
Slug and-
two ladies.
Right, that's right.
Who were
It was
so
London.
friendly after everybody told us Londoners are really mean.
All right.
So, do I have a favorite UK train? I am kind of in a daze over the UK trains. And I think some of it is the strike.
We already heard Chris, and yeah, we're pissed too.
With the strike situation, I think it's just kind of taken the enthusiasm off a little bit. When we took that train to get down to York, there were like 12 people in our car. It was, and you just
Wagon or carriage, just in case
yeah,
they get.
right, and it just felt wrong.
Yeah.
Like we were crossing the Union lines.
But the strike, yeah. Well, there's that.
But anyway, we don't want to get into that. But it felt wrong.
But was there one train you liked? First thing we will say is, although the Azuma was a cool looking train.
It's a cool looking train.
The Azumas, the Northerns, the Transport for Rails, UK, you could work on a little bit with seat comfort. Those seats were a little hard for 2-3 hour rides.
They are.
Now we wound up taking first class ScotRail.
Yeah, those were
nice
seats.
When we went up
that was comfortable.
out to Sterling, right?
Right.
Yeah, we were in the first class cabins.
We were in the first class cabin because it was £7.
ScotRail
more.
knows how to do seats right.
It was £7 more, and it was.
We got a deal. That's why it was £7
nice.
to upgrade
it was,
to first
nice
class.
One. So
we got an offer.
Anyway, I'm really hard to pin down on favorites. Anyway.
Yeah, Joyce does not. The worst question you can ask Joyce is, "What's your favorite?"
I just
even if you ask her who's her favorite husband, she hates that question.
Well, at least it's only one choice.
Yeah, and you still have trouble picking.
No, I don't. So anyway, it just is a spot on.
Hey, come here, wargaming. How are you?
Hi, wargaming guy. Um. So anyway, yeah, I can't. I'm sorry.
She can't pick a favorite trade.
I can't pick a
Um,
favorite.
I really loved the Azumas were very smooth. They were that was nice. We took the ScotRail HST, and I think it was a Class 43 pole in it because I took a picture of it. It was a Class 43, but yeah, we rode first class on that one, and that was a nice. That was a very comfortable seating. But yeah,
Yeah, we saw that, Chris, and yeah, yeah. Don't bring it up on the live stream. Yes, we are livid about it.
America is
Truly
just yep.
livid about it. But we'll leave it right there. So it won't be hard to figure out what we're mad about if you look at American
Yeah, because the people from LNER were
Um,
saying, well, people complain about our seats, but scientifically they're more
they're,
ergonomic,
yes,
better for
they're
you.
designed as
Yeah, they're better for you because you don't lean back on them and fall asleep. You have to sit there rigid going, oh, oh, oh. No.
oh
So yes,
shoot.
the UK could use a lesson in seat. But
Right.
otherwise, cool trains. We have figured out the UK rail system, and it was much. I don't know. It was easier than we feared when we started booking
Right.
trains.
True.
Because you like we book a train through Transport for Wales, but it winds up being a Great Western train, so there is some crossing there.
It was really useful. It protects both sides of his head and his neck. So it was good. Uh,
Yeah, LNER have been
do
going
we
170
use
years.
trains back home? The answer is no,
No,
we don't.
we do not use trains,
They are horribly inefficient. Is the best
and nor
way
are
to
they
describe it.
convenient. I can drive to Chicago faster and
Right.
cheaper
Yeah,
than take a train
it's true.
to Chicago.
Yep.
To go from Toledo to Chicago can be like $180, and I can do it on $30 of gas, and even $50 parking somewhere. It's still $80.
Well, it's probably more like $60 in
Yeah,
gas
yeah, it's
now,
still
but
cheaper.
um,
Carl, I wanted to say that, Carl, but I thought I would have been out of place. It's impressive some of these companies are that old, but we enjoy it. I mean, we we have seen beautiful things out of the windows of the trains. We
oh,
have
definitely.
the train ride from Edinburgh
Beautiful
to
lands.
York, where it goes along the coast,
Right.
was beautiful.
Right.
Some gorgeous coastal scenery
Wow,
there,
good
and of course
stuff.
it's the ocean, so
Yeah, yeah,
all right,
it's
technically it's
super
the North Sea,
cool.
but you know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Chris knows that.
Hi,
Uh,
Nancy.
Hi, Nancy. So, yeah, it's just been a different experience here, but it's been good. They've got us where we needed to go.
We've got where we need to go, and we've gotten mostly on time.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, yeah, it's been a great experience, and learning now that I know the train system and just I try to use who's ever local. Like if I'm in a certain region of the country,
Oh, that we know that. When we talk about trains, unfortunately, we are dealing with a Midwestern response to
yeah,
trains. It's completely different on the
New
Eastern
York, Philadelphia,
Seaboard.
Boston,
Right. I mean,
Washington D.C.
Chris there,
have a decent
sure.
interconnection system because
Car
they
to go
need to
there.
have it.
Yeah, car to go
But
there.
the
Chris
rest
could
of the
tell you
country, forget it.
about the Philadelphia train system, and I think Chris, you have had good things about the train system in Philadelphia. So no, it's simply our Midwestern response to it. We've said this to a lot of people in the UK. When we talk about America, um, it's so big, and so
You
many
can't really
things
talk about America.
are not nationalized that when we talk about things, we can only talk about things from our reference.
Our Mideast perspective, although
And say
some people
he
call them.
has a very different perspective on quite a few things living in New York.
But again, it's New York and it's the East Coast.
Mm-hmm.
and
There's so many people there. They have to have trains and the tube, subway.
because it was harder to
And
build the interstate highways.
right.
It was
Well,
harder to build the interstate
but you
highways through there
also just have all those people.
because that's what killed trains in this part of the country.
Mhm.
I mean, we live in Toledo. Toledo is at the crossroads of the most important north-south highway in the United States, Interstate 75, and
Mm,
also the most important east-west, 80/90,
yeah.
which if you're in the UK would be an M highway, M80, M90. Of course, in
Mhm.
America, M80 is a firework. Um,
Yeah. Hi,
uh,
Tom.
Tom Couples is here. Hi there, Tom.
True, Ray. They spread.
But they were here too. There were
Yeah,
trains from Toledo to Detroit, and
right.
they were more regular and more consistent. Now
Mhm.
there's 2 Amtraks a day in each direction, so a total of 4,
And
and
they're only going east-west. They're not doing the north-south.
and they can
Yeah.
be an hour late, 2 hours late,
Mhm.
4 hours late. They're inconsistent. All you gotta do is ask my son because after several times traveling by train in Germany, my son and his friends decided to go to Chicago to a concert and take the trains. And it was an eye opener for them at how inefficient the American train system was, passenger service
I
wise.
am sure I could not make that happen, Tom. It just, like I say, it really, or Sean, sorry. It was, it just was cool. And the UK kids in this area are experiencing it. That's good for them. But I don't know if anybody sits still long enough in America, I might share it with them. This is the right way to do it. You
Well, yeah,
see.
and again, to for people to understand American history, there's a reason we're not the United Provinces.
Right.
We are the United States because our
Mhm.
founding fathers believed each was basically an independent country unifying,
Right.
and I don't want to get into constitutional law and U.S. history, but the thing is, the northeast part of the United States has advantages because you have New York, Philadelphia, and
Thanks,
Washington
Chris.
D.C., all major port cities, all major corporate
Mhm.
cities because they've been that way since the start. And then big, the first big Mid East city is Chicago, which or Midwest city is Chicago, and then St. Louis and on. The old pit stops for the rails. Toledo was supposed to be what Chicago became, but by the time things got going in Toledo, we had expanded the
Right.
territory, and
And did
Chicago opened up
and we didn't
and
have
became the major fur pelt,
we
and then
didn't
later
have the
on the
right
beef.
people to push it at the
Well,
right time,
well,
I
no,
guess.
it's just they realized it was actually easier coming down the Great Lakes to Chicago and then shipping it by land.
Yeah.
But again, the East Coast, because of its heavy population density, uh, and that has the advantage that they still have a good rail
Yeah.
system.
Both Chris and Ray have commented on the trains they can take, and that makes sense. It
Yeah,
just you say
but
we just don't have it,
once you
and
get west of that,
yeah.
the problem is people in New York. I mean, we can't watch a TV show. We were just watching one last night where, again, New Yorkers, anytime they want to refer to something, like Ohio's like they don't think we've got electric lights and indoor plumbing.
Right.
There's this perception,
Yeah.
oh my God, Ohio, why would you go to Ohio? Like, oh, we were watching The Boys,
Oh,
that
you would insert.
superhero
Yeah, the
show,
boys.
and
Right.
his punishment is the one Aquaman guy is sent to Ohio, Sandusky,
Sandusky.
Ohio, as
We have a
punishment.
great
I'm in freaking Ohio.
amusement park.
And if you watch the John Hughes movies, Ohio is always the butt of one of his jokes. I
Right.
mean, it's like I don't know why. Ohio.
Well, you kind of do. I mean, most of Ohio's land is still used for farming.
We are half
I mean,
agricultural, but we are
most of the
heavy
people,
in
most of
industry,
the
and Columbus is heavy
people,
corporate.
most of the
Cincinnati and
people live
Columbus
in
are heavy
cities, but
corporate.
most of our land is used for
But
farming.
yes, we're not as big as New York City, but who
No.
is? New York city's nothing compared to London. you know.
Yeah, thanks, Ray. Did
But
we say hi to Simon?
no, we did not. Hey, Simon, how are you? But in our in the city of Toledo, we have a beautiful art museum that actually has
We
quite
do.
a French Impressionist
Mm-hmm.
collection and is highly regarded. Our
It
zoo is
is.
highly regarded.
It
We are,
is.
you know,
Yep.
Toledo has a strong
We
culture.
have
We have a strong symphony
fantastic
orchestra,
metro park system.
amazing metro park system,
We're
probably better
very,
than
we're very,
cities much bigger
we're
than
very
us.
green.
Toledo is a very green city.
Yep.
But you know, people don't
Okay.
always understand the luck of being born where you're born. That was something we were talking
Thanks,
to.
Leslie.
Oh God, I forget who we were talking to it about. Asking, do the kids here, even when they're like Northern Wales or
Good,
Liverpool,
Simon.
when they're struggling, when they're poor, do they still at least? Do you realize that you get to live in Northern Wales, which is just absolutely beautiful? Or Edinburgh, you know. I mean, when you're poor and struggling, I guess it doesn't matter. Hey, Peter Shaw, how are you? But we we just Toledo's very flat. That's the one thing. Toledo
Mm.
is flat. The only hills in Toledo are when people go out sunbathing.
I can find a few hills, but I down by the river and coming back up the banks. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ready for a
So
walk?
these beautiful hills you have
Yeah,
here.
but
That
I'm amazed with
we
them.
got to go through the Pennines quite a bit with our train ride, so that was
Mm-hmm.
gorgeous.
That's really
And we
pretty.
didn't even get to the Upper Highlands of Scotland.
Mm-hmm. That would have been cool.
But yeah, I mean, if we sit here and try to talk about what was our favorite thing, or we don't have a favorite train. All right, Robert, thank you. It was an honor to meet you.
Yeah, nice for you
It
coming in,
was such a
Robert.
joy to have you
Sure
come by with us
was.
for a while and get to talk to you. It was just brilliant. It was absolutely brilliant.
Mm-hmm.
And but but you know, what was our favorite thing? I mean, we can't pick. There's no way you can pick.
Mm-hmm.
It was every city was brilliant. But what stands out again is regardless, it was the people. It was the
Yeah.
silly fun we
Mm-hmm.
had.
It is.
And Joyce, bless her heart, in a couple of situations got thrown into awkward situations. For example, when we went to visit Jim at Hover Motion in just outside of Manchester,
Mm-hmm.
um, Jim and I had been talking, and I'd seen his kids in videos, and I knew his kids' names because he mentioned them in his videos, but I'd never talked to him. But Joyce, Jim and I ran upstairs, and Joyce and Jim's wife suddenly are two women who have never spoken before ever. And the only thing they know is that their two husbands and yet it was brilliant. I mean,
Yeah, we could chat.
you and Donna and the girls just had a brilliant chat going down, and it was just like old friends that have
They,
been around forever.
they liked my accent.
And they liked your accent. Yes, they liked your accent.
That's funny.
That is funny. Because, of course, we don't have an accent. You do.
No idea
No,
what we sound like.
we know what we sound like. You just how we sound to other people.
Well, yes, I know.
It's just different, obviously.
Well, clearly.
Everybody's going to react.
Yeah.
But, we got asked that, what's our favorite accent? And it's like, you can't pick a favorite accent. It's just,
You're all British.
y'all. Y'all British. Y'all British, y'all talk funny.
The Edinburgh. You really found one with a good brogue. That was fun.
Yeah, that was fun. But, Chris's accent.
When you're geeking with your Souser. She
The
called
Scouser.
me Scouser. Sorry.
She
called me love.
But that's just it. I mean, the big highlights were the meeting people.
Yeah, and it always is. Let's face it.
It is. I mean, it's beautiful to see things, but meeting the YouTubers we met is right up there. And then just the strange, Joyce and I will
the
go.
People you don't expect to meet.
Let's role play and reenact something for these guys, okay?
Okay.
Just work with me. Are you getting hungry?
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah, let's go
What do you
find
want?
something to eat. Oh, I don't know. You want to just get a burger or something?
I don't know. I don't know what sounds good. Let's see what this place has. No,
Yeah,
nothing. Let's
no,
go.
my
Let's
God. Yeah.
you up for pizza? No, no,
No, no,
no.
we just had pizza.
We want to eat something kind of local. No, we
Yeah,
had local last night.
yeah. We don't need any more fish and
Let's
chips.
find some. We don't need any more fish and chips. And we go back and forth like this, and then we go to places, and I'm like, nah, nah, nah. And all of a sudden, how about here? And then we just
Well, that'll be all right.
that'll be all
Yeah.
right. And then we go in, and it was the perfect place to go. Just luck of the draw. How about here? There eventually comes a place where we're both sick and tired of saying no. How about here?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll find something
Yeah,
here.
we'll find something.
Yes, I know. Chris is not native Scottish, but he's been up there enough. He's developed a
Yeah,
bit.
he's definitely has some. He sounds like most of the locals.
Oh, everybody thinks everybody talks funny. The Northern Germans think the Southern Germans talk funny. The Western Germans think the Eastern
Well,
Germans talk
yeah,
funny.
when
The
you
Poles think
get
the
people
Belarus
who
talk
have
funny.
an accent, it's gonna be.
Everybody sounds funny. The difference is you either love it and work with it, or you mock it and are rude. I like every accent. I just love languages.
Yeah, I want to take him home.
Yeah, now some people mock that. I thought it was brilliant that I was made a Liverpudlian.
I thought it was brilliant. You were made a Liverpoolian too.
I am an official Scouser.
From the
I
cute
don't speak
ladies,
Scouse, but I'm
from
an
the
official.
cute ladies at the chemist.
And the funniest one of all was the lady in her 80s that handed the cane and said, use this. She's rattling off what makes her an official Scouser.
Such a
In America, that same woman would have been, you're holding me up.
such an unexpected and funny situation.
It was. We did not script this out. This was not like
Didn't
me sitting
expect
down
it
going,
to happen.
what would be a
It
funny
was
Matt
just-
Clark-like event to happen?
Right.
It just blew up in our face. It was just, I was being mildly flippant even, after 4 days, because we went there the first day we were in Liverpool. We went to this chemist the first day we were in Liverpool, all women there. And so doctor, there's a trainee and somebody else. And we were just, there was some allergy medicines like Zyrtec or whatever we forgot. And okay, do you have? And we know exactly what you need, and come over here and we'll get this. And they start talking to us. So where are you from? Blah, 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 blah. Oh, that's really nice. Oh, how long are you here? Oh, we've been in the UK for, oh, that's great. They start asking about the trip. And we talk to them for 10, 15 minutes, whatever it was. Then we leave. 3 days later, we go back in because there's another medicine we decide we need. And they remembered us and they start talking to us again. And I go, so what all have you done in Liverpool? And we start rattling off everything we did in Liverpool. The Beatles, this and this and this, went down Merseyside and this museum and that museum and this place and that place. And they said, wow, you've seen more of Liverpool than some Scousers I know. And one of the pharmacists there, one of the chemists then said, so you must be like a real Liverpudlian now, or feel like a real Liverpudlian. And I said, well, no, it's not like I've been knighted a Liverpudlian or anything. And that's when it all exploded. They just stopped. They said, hang on, and started running around.
We can fix that.
We can fix that. They start running around. And apparently the old lady, we're like, what the hell's going on? What the hell's going on? And she just grabbed, and the old lady says, here, use my cane. I'm a real Scouser. I was at the cavern in 62, and I'm like, damn. The old lady's rattling off all her. So they just knighted me a Liverpudlian and declared me an official Scouser. And I think all of them being Scousers, I think it counts.
Sure. Absolutely.
I got my knighthood. And then we followed that up by going to Edinburgh, and we went to Stirling Castle and sat in the King's Court, and everybody left the room. There was nobody in there. They left the great hall. You've got the king's chair and the queen's chair and the long table. There's no rope saying, don't sit.
Plenty of people were.
And other people had been up there. There had been a big Italian tourist group there before us. But they left the hall. They left the hall. So I went up to the King's Chair and I reinstated the Dodge properties once owed us in Scotland. So I've got that going for me now. I officially reinstated.
Mhm.
I sat in the King's Chair, acted as regent, and
That's right.
reinstated all the Dodge properties. So we
Get
now own
birds.
parts of Scotland.
That's right. We got our land back.
Did we try haggis? No.
No.
No, we did not try haggis. I'm sorry. We will
Thank
not be
you,
official.
Peter.
We will not be official Scots,
Sorry.
Edinburghs.
Yeah,
Definitely
sorry.
not Glaswegians.
No. No. So that was a lot of fun.
But no, we didn't have haggis.
Oh, we didn't have bangers and mash.
Yeah, we haven't done fingers and mash. We have done several different steak pies.
Mm-hmm.
Very good. Steak and ale pie, steak and kidney pie, steak and something else pie. But man, you UK people love your peas.
Yeah, why is that?
What is it with peas in the UK? Everything's with peas or mushrooms, and I hate mushrooms.
Yeah, peas seem to be the accompanying vegetable,
So yeah,
and it's fine. It's just there's a lot more than things other than peas.
But the problem is we also take it as a challenge if we pass all these places where it goes official American style burgers. We're like, we'll be the judge of that, right? We'll be the judge of that. We'll tell you if it's American style or not. And we've had some good burgers over here,
Mm-hmm.
and some good pizzas.
Mm-hmm.
We've had pizzas and burgers.
And we decided we like wood-fired pizzas.
Wood-fired pizza.
Mm-hmm.
That's a thing in the U.S. as well, but we haven't really come across it in Toledo yet.
Yeah.
That we know of.
We haven't looked either.
We haven't looked. I mean, we have our usual people we order pizza from.
Indeed.
We have pea piles in Darwin.
It's so healthy. Yeah, but there's other healthy vegetables out there. Peas really aren't even that good for you. They're starchy.
Ah, I didn't know that. They're one of the few. Now, again, I don't like
behave.
if peas come out of a can and they're that drab olive green. Can't stand them. Frozen peas.
Oh yeah, we didn't try
Like,
the mushy peas either.
no, not mushy
Just
peas.
couldn't
No,
get past.
I stopped eating mushy
Mushy.
peas when I was like 6 months old.
Yeah.
I stopped eating mushy peas when I was 6 months old. See,
Right.
all the UK guys are, I love mushy peas. I love mushy
Obviously,
peas.
people do because
Not wrong with mushy peas. There's not wrong with mushy peas.
no, because we don't like curry.
See, that's what Pink Floyd's saying. I always thought it was meat. Apparently, it's peas. Yeah, yes, yeah. Stand still, laddie. You can't have your pudding if you don't eat your peas. How can you have any pudding if you don't eat your peas?
Oh.
No, we don't eat Chinese. We don't eat Chinese food, but we've had curry.
We've had curry. Yeah.
Why would we go to the UK to eat American? Because we're boring eaters. Especially me.
Well,
She's better.
And there's just
I'm not a big food experimenter. I know what I like, and yeah, I will judge food by the way it looks and go, no. But and the thing is, I'm happy with simple things. Like Alan's wife, she wanted to put on, she asked us, we were doing tea, which of course isn't just it's tea, it's drinks and something to eat. And she asked what I'd like to eat. And well, what do you have? Well, I said, I'll be happy with cheese, butter, and bread. And she looked at me a little odd and said, okay, cheese sandwich, no problem. And it was really good. Good stuff. But I'm happy with that because I don't eat pork much. The only time I eat pork is when I eat pork sausage, whether in the United States. I don't eat ham. I don't like ham. I don't like pork chops. I don't like pork ribs. The only pork I really will eat is sausage. All the different types of sausage. And Hawaii did. Well, Ray, I grew up with Spam. My dad, we ate Spam a lot. My dad grew up with Spam and he loved Spam. And so Spam, fried Spam and Velveeta sandwiches, Ray. Does that ring a bell for you? Spam, 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 wonderful spam. Spotted duck or dick? Spotted dick does not sound like a delicacy. That sounds like something you need to see a doctor for. Sorry, Leslie.
Seen a lot of spotted ducks around here. Didn't really want to eat any of them.
Yes, I want to thank especially York, maybe more than any other city, but our walks along the Ouse River in York, this little beautiful walkway they have, beautiful views. But it took me back to Toledo because you see, my ex school, the school I am now retired from, there's a flock of Canadian geese that live on the property. And they poop their green and white poop everywhere on the sidewalk, in the parking lot.
Yes,
And
it is.
so, walking in and out of York each day, we had to tiptoe through the goose poop. Tiptoe through the goose poop. Yeah, it was just like being back at work. It really was. So York was making us homesick.
Anyway, they obviously clean it occasionally because.
You have a loco that plays the Spam song. Yes, we did, Carl. We walked the walls. Not every section, but most of them.
We walked a few. You know, they're not all connected and stuff.
Um,
Yes, he
the
did.
yeah, the model shop. Yeah, I bought a mallard there. But yeah, my dad, it was fried Spam and Velveeta sandwiches. So imitation meat and imitation cheese.
Really, it's a terrible combination.
I remember eating it as a kid and thinking, okay, but now it sounds, ugh.
Mm.
Spam, 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 wonderful spam, lovely spam, wonderful spam.
Ooh.
Woo! Yes. What?
It's weird you're not running any trains.
Yes, it is weird. I'm not running any trains. You could grab the mallard and just keep going back and forth on the screen. Choo 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 choo. Or whatever sound.
You're really. Yeah, it's the splat we're in. It's close to the train tracks, and so every now and then you hear.
Next time in the UK, we need to do Chester.
We'll see what we can do. I mean, part of what we did worked because trains could get us from point A to point B.
No, but see, that's the problem, George. I do not like Asian foods, period. I do not like, I mean, I like rice. I'll eat brown rice, white rice, but I do not like Asian foods. I don't like South American foods, and I'm very meh. And Asian, that's from India over.
Mm.
Actually, it's from Turkey over. My eating habits, I'm a deformed Hindu. I worship the cow. Notice I didn't say reformed. I'm a deformed Hindu. I worship the cow. I eat anything that comes from it. I love the cow. I love beef. I love steaks. I love cheese and milk and all the things you make from milk, butter, and plus you need the milk to make bread and all that. Yeah, it's.
You don't need milk to make bread.
No, I guess you're right. You don't need it to make pancakes.
You do.
That's right. That's the difference, right? Oh, it will. When it gets home, we'll have that. I will actually do because I ordered some locomotives from my German shop while we're here in Germany. It's supposed to arrive about the same time we do.
Mm-hmm.
I had mince pie, but again, no mushy peas.
Mushy peas.
I had the chips most of the time. You had mashed potatoes or chips. You would XMA. And then we had fish and chips quite a bit. Although I think we did decide we got tired of it.
We only had it 2 or 3 times.
3 times,
and then
yeah.
Kind of announced we were done.
We were done. I wouldn't have minded again. She was tired of it.
Yeah, it really was. Tripe comes from a cow.
You can take it.
Huh?
Jean Ricard says you're going to take over my American and put it on your channel. Since I'm going No, I'm not going double O scale. I'm not going double O scale.
Don't get any big ideas there, Jean.
No. Liver. When I was a kid, I liked liver, but I don't like it now. But when I was a kid, I loved liver.
Hate it.
And she hates it, so we don't have it.
Yeah, I don't cook it.
I don't love it. I don't love it. I don't miss it. She hates it.
Yep.
Steak and chips all the way. That's what I'm all about. No, it's not something you eat every day. It's especially when we were in Wales and Liverpool and even Edinburgh, we saw a lot of shops. York, we probably saw fewer fish and chip shops, though we definitely saw a few.
Yeah.
But there were a few. Oh, okay. Hi, Kai! Hey, Kai! He woke up upset. Kai, Opa loves you!
Hi, Kyan!
Hi, Lindy, we love you too.
Oh, Kyan, we're going to be home pretty soon.
Come on, Kyan!
Oh, and Opa all done.
You be a good boy. You come on. Cheer up and smile.
Yeah. Kisses from Oma. I can't wait to hug my little guy.
Yep, we've missed you, little guy. We've missed our family, but we're coming home soon.
Got him a couple of things.
Couple?
I think it was only a couple. No. We sent him all his postcards. He's got one of them.
We sent him all his postcards. We mailed off all his postcards.
Yeah,
he got his first one.
His theme in his bedroom is you're going places or
You're
something
going
like
places.
that.
You'll see the world.
So anyway, people send him postcards. So we sent him a postcard from every different location.
Kyan has a wall in his room that friends and family of his mother, my daughter Lindy here, send postcards. Mm-hmm. So he'll have this wall. So we send him postcards from every place we visited.
Yeah, pretty much every place we stayed.
Every place we stayed. So London,
so yeah, like
Cardiff,
when we did
Bangor.
Day trips, we didn't do that because that was like too many.
Yeah.
So we were smart enough to pick up postcard stamps, enough for the whole trip.
Yeah.
Yep.
That worked out well.
And we mailed it on the first day or two that we were in the city.
Indeed. It was really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was great. But we got him. We got him.
Made him smile, Winnie, when you read it to him.
He's got 2 critters.
Mm-hmm.
A boss.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah. And at least 1 article of clothing, if not 2.
We got him. I think just 1. Opal got you a mailer.
No, actually, Kyan now has a Class 101 and a Class 143 since they're being replaced with better models.
Yeah.
Macaroni and cheese is your favorite? Good macaroni and cheese. I had a 4-cheese penna. It wasn't specifically penna; it was a different noodle, but we had a 4-cheese that was really good. That was in Bangor. I had a 4-cheese noodle. I forget what the noodle was. Gnocchi. That's what it was. 4-cheese gnocchi. That was really good. I had a burger today with Stilton and cheddar on it. That was good. Because I like my cheeses. I love my cheeses. And so coming to the UK.
Even stinky cheeses.
Yes, even stinky cheeses. I love Limburger and all those. The Goslar. But I have some Red Leicester in the fridge here. So I had some Stilton. I've gone to cheese shops and try a few. The only one I haven't worked up the courage to try yet. Because I like even the moldy cheeses. I love those. I love the blue and the green cheeses. I love Gorgonzola, Danish blue, French bleu cheese. Um, but double Gloucester is one that always intimidates me. It's just so green. It scares me. Orange and green. I think for white and green, I'd be okay, but orange and green gets me. Say cheese. Cheese. Oh, it depends on which brand of cheese you smoke. Um,
Yeah, I don't like
Gouda
Baltimore.
smoked is really good. Smoked cheddar can be really good. There are some cheeses
Mm.
people smoke where maybe it's the process they use that I don't like as much, but I'm a cheese connoisseur. I love cheeses. I haven't crapped since 1983, but you know. Sorry, kids. Sorry. Modeling, styling my new hat.
Mhm.
See, I hate wearing hats. I hate wearing hats, and I wear baseball caps only because I have to protect my head from the sun. Oh, we have baked potato and cheese all the time.
Mhm.
When Joyce bakes a potato, even if it wasn't meant to be baked potato and cheese, by the time it gets to my plate, it's baked potato and
It's
cheese.
true. He puts cheese on everything.
But the problem is the baseball cap doesn't protect the back of my neck.
Hi, Tim.
Hey, it's Tim. There you are.
Sorry, Anthony.
Oh, see, I got that Sir Anthony. That's right. You shall all address me as Sir. Um, but so we went into a shop because we were doing a lot of walking, and I either turned my baseball cap around backwards, which is very common in the United States, but in Europe they don't do it. In fact, there are guys that talk about traveling to Europe that say don't wear your baseball cap backwards if you're over the age of 25 or something like that. You know, the locals don't do it, and you're marking yourself as an American tourist. It's like there's a million things that mark you as an American tourist. You can't hide them.
Right.
Um, but so I don't like hats to begin with, but we went and bought this one because it's a wider brim all the way around, so it protects my ears and the back of my neck. And I was very, very leery about trying a new style hat, but I think I pulled
I
it
think
off.
it looks all right.
I think it looks okay.
Sean
It's
likes it,
different.
but he's got a hat just like it. So it's slightly so.
That's almost like Caddyshack. I suppose you get a free bowl of soup with a hat like that. Oh, but it looks good on you, mister. But it's weird to wear a hat like this because I just don't associate this with me. I hate hats to begin with, but I've had to wear them
It
because
was
a certain
practical.
somebody won't let me leave the house without a hat.
Cares about you? Is that what you're
Yeah,
saying?
you play that care card.
How silly.
But then when I want to buy a GWR Class 800 or an
I
LNER Azuma,
still
you say
care
no. So
about
how much
you.
do you really
I
care?
absolutely care about you.
$50 hat
I
to
like to be
protect
able to
me,
feed you, put gas in your
but a
car.
nice little $400 train set. No. There we go. Yeah. Well, you big channels got to
Yeah,
help. Yeah.
thanks, Timber
Get
Sir.
Tim, get Chris over 200. Get everybody that's not over 200 over 200. If they're nearing 500, get them over 500. If
Yeah.
they're at 1147, get them over 1148.
Yeah.
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 Mm.
Debris everywhere. Brie's a good cheese when done right. It can also be nasty. But yeah, I had a 3 cheese and salami sandwich over here in York. Really nice little sandwich place over here. That was good. It was brie, cheddar, and I forget the third cheese they mixed in. It was a really nice
Mozzarella.
combination. Was it mozzarella? Yeah, it was a nice combination. That was a nice combination. Great sandwich. 6 more. Wait, we got them up. You all got them up at 194 now. Come
Yeah,
on.
excellent. Keep it
Come
up.
on,
Go check them
kids.
out.
Let's put on a show. If you get them over 200, Joyce will sing. If you don't get them over 200, I'll sing.
She can make you wear a toupee. Oh no.
No, that's the influence when a channel, uh, a bigger
Are
channel
you
than mine.
kidding? That's just Alan. Alan's an influencer.
Alan is a social influencer.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, I mean that was a quite impressive Christmas gift. I was at 950 struggling,
Yeah, just
just
one
staying.
little.
I had been at 950 for like 4 months, and I don't know why Alan did it, but um, he did that call out, and in a weekend I went from 950 to 1130, or not 1130, 1030 in a weekend, and I kept going for a bit. So how much, at least 80 to 100 of that growth was on Alan giving me the shout out, which was second time he gave me a shout out. Yeah, you've grown huge. You doubled past me already.
Mhm.
All right, Andrew, take
Andrew, take
care. We'll
care.
talk to you because this will probably be
Yeah,
the last time I talk from the UK. Next time you
yeah,
see
we'll
me
be home.
will probably be next Friday, a week
Mhm.
from tonight, from the table.
Yeah, we're happy, Ray.
Oh,
I
that's
hope
the other
we
thing.
helped you at least a little bit.
Tim JD, I don't want to reach 200, laughing out loud. Hey, Kyle Stevens, how are you? But yes, thank you for stopping in, Andrew, and we will love to catch your live stream from Crew.
Yep, we will. Or you
I
will.
will.
And I might just
Well,
by association.
she'll be tied up in the living room chair, forced to watch.
Oh.
Oh, okay, no. Oh, that was funny. That was funny. We went to the York Dungeons today as a
We
lark
did,
because we
yeah.
did the
So
Edinburgh
what the heck?
Dungeons
Let's compare.
and London.
Mhm. We didn't
So,
do London yet.
oh, well, we did something else in London, right?
Yeah.
But we did the
Jack
Edinburgh
the Ripper.
Dungeons, which was fun
That's a long time ago.
in a galaxy far, far away.
Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, we
But they
did
kept picking on Joyce.
they did.
There were only two women in the
It
group,
was a
and one was pregnant, so
it
Joyce
was a
was the target.
small group. So yeah, I was the female target.
She was the female target.
I got
Every little
I
room,
got
like,
put in
you step forward.
I got put in a cage. I get shot.
Just waking up. How are you? Um, we're just falling asleep.
No, we're
It's
not.
no, we gotta. We're mostly packed. I just gotta
Mhm.
pack up the electronics, but I wanted to do this first,
Mhm.
and we're good to go. Our train's not till 9:57 tomorrow. It's about a 15-minute walk to the
Yeah.
train station with bags,
And
maybe
we've done
16,
this
17.
5 times already, so we know the
Yeah,
routine.
yeah, we know the routine.
But we are kind of thinking about
Oh, he needs 1 million views for per bid. Oh, that part I
oh
can't do. Yeah, we
that's
did. Yeah, we did Jack the
that's a
Ripper in
lot
London.
harder. Yeah, we jacked the Ripper in London. Anyway, yeah, it was funny to see the similarities.
Oh, between the two
Yeah,
dungeons.
between the
Yeah,
two dungeons,
because
and
it's a chain.
the
It's a
scripts were
chain
similar, but it was definitely tailored to
for the
we saw
local.
this was different and that was different, with local villains, I
We
guess.
had Dick Turpin here,
Hmm.
and
Yeah, he shot me.
yeah, Dick Turpin shot Joyce in the face.
Yeah, light came on, had a big gun in my face. You didn't guard that
There is such
center.
a
I
bad
was
adult joke
shot.
there that I cannot make right now.
Oh, what's that?
No,
Okay.
just what I just said.
Oh.
I'll explain it later.
Yeah, you don't have to.
Nobody explains anything to me. It's all a bunch of horse poop.
We are gonna go back
We're going back to Buckingham Palace.
to Buckingham Palace because
Now that I'm knighted and reclaim my Scottish territories,
remember the first time we went, there was this little thing called the Jubilee. So we'd like to see it without.
It got in the way of what we wanted to do. How inconsiderate.
Really.
We came to London,
Anyway,
and all of a sudden it's, oh, look, the Queen's been ruling for 70 years. We got to throw another fucking
we're gonna
party.
go back down in that area
Because her party
where
for her 60 years and
not
her 50 years
everything
and her
is
30
going to
years
be.
and her 25 years wasn't enough. Now we got to throw another one for the damn Queen.
Hi, Randall. Not everything.
And you know her son's just wakes up every day going, Jeeves? Yes, Mummy. Yes, Charles. Yes, sir, Charles.
Yeah, you got the
Is
song.
Mummy alive? Yes, Dom. Still not king. 30 fucking years I've been waiting for that. No, I gotta say it the Scottish way, don't I? Or the English way. Fucking.
Yeah, it's kind of old.
We've heard that. The biker cussing out the people on the bridge in London.
Yeah.
That was hilarious. He's in the fucking bath! Sorry about that, kids. We just went blue.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, the Queen was in Windsor, but they had Buckingham Palace all blocked off. Right. So that's the only thing we did not see.
Yeah, there were a lot of places we couldn't go. They had ferreted the crowds into.
So we want to go to Buckingham Palace.
Yeah, so we thought we'd go back
Buckingham.
that way and just see things again. You know, like we couldn't see the changing of the guard.
Yeah, we didn't get to see the changing of the guard.
They were completely blocked out.
I mean, they're adult men. They don't need to be changed in public.
For sure.
I don't see what the big deal is about the changing of the guard.
I mean, we know
I've changed diapers for years. It doesn't need to be a show.
We know it's still gonna be full of people, but it won't be like the Jubilee.
Those damn tourists will be everywhere.
Yep.
I think that's it. I think the Queen's just trying to outlive her son, all her sons at this point.
Really?
Well, that much inbreeding, you know. You're going to get a bad batch now and then. I think we just alienated all our UK friends.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, I did. You weren't part of it.
Sorry.
Well, hello.
St. Mary.
It's Buckingham.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, we like the help.
It's Buckingham. Buckingham. I was saying buck and a half. Take the taxi down the mall. Yeah, we did the bus drive down the mall.
The bus down the mall, although the bus was also limited to where it could go because of
that damn Queen and her freaking parties.
Pedestrian.
Oh look, she's 100. Oh look, she's been ruling for 70 years. Oh look.
Yeah. So anyway, we're gonna have to find a few things to do in London because that's a very small room we're in.
Yes, that's true.
So.
Hey, Carl. Yeah, Buckingham Palace is a council house.
We have a nice.
Just the best council house you could find.
Right. We have a nice flat. We've got the whole floor here, and it's plenty of room, and
just the couch here is broken.
It just sinks way back. So.
Yeah, I'm here because I can't get up and change. If I wanted to get up right now, I'd be like, Joyce would have to be. You have to crawl over because it's so sunken in here. Right. There's no chairs. It's two big leather love seats.
Yeah.
But it's very spacious, plenty of room, nice little kitchenette behind us. The problem is the place we stayed at Liverpool was amazing.
I know what you mean, Tim, but anyway, we're not going to get into any of the king stuff. You know, we're Americans. We don't do the.
Oh, I'm sorry, Randall.
What happened? Oh, he's sick again.
Yeah, he was sick.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
About time we left.
We are having great fun. We have had. I mean, I'm a broken record, and I'm sure all the people that have met me in the UK probably get sick of me just repeat myself. But I've run out of the superlatives. It was amazing, awesome, mind-blowing, incredible. Everything we've seen has been awesome, and the weather has always turned for us. Even when they predict, like today was supposed to be rainy from 1 to 4, and no rain. We got sprinkled on a little bit on the boat tour, and that was it. And then the sun cleared.
Christopher Robin went down with Alice.
Just never mind.
I was good with everything till the disease. Go ask,
Uh,
yes.
but
Think
I
she'll
mean,
know.
it's hard to believe it's almost over because really, London, this trip to London, when Joyce and I have traveled alone, which is now 3 times, Germany twice, and now this.
See you, Ray.
Ray's got to go. Take care, Ray. Yeah, it is dinner time over there.
Is
Oh,
it
close to it.
better than Germany?
Is UK better than Germany?
That's a mean question.
That's a mean question, yeah. I I feel more I don't want to say in control. I feel more relaxed in Germany because I know Germany inside and out.
We've had a long time to kind of study the culture, and we know
I mean, I
how
grew
to
up with it.
we know how to put our American selves into the German culture. Um, I don't think we quite know
I mean, this being our
how we
first trip to
fit
the
in here.
UK, and
It's a little weird.
I didn't grow up in the UK extended culture. Okay, I
Mm,
had 3 German grandparents. I had my dad's older brother married a German girl after World War II and brought her home, and her family. So I had a lot of different Germans from different regions of Germany growing up. I had a lot of German influence, and that created an interest in German history and culture. So we were able to, I was able
yeah.
to assimilate some of that, through osmosis, assimilate some of that. And so when I got to Germany, like Joyce will tell you, the first time we hit Germany, yes, it was a little
Mm-hmm.
intimidating, but I already spoke the language.
It's a lot intimidating.
Uh, well, but some of the intimidation was I was running an exchange program and I was taking a bunch of teenagers over there.
Mm-hmm.
But there was also a lot that just felt natural. I felt at home in Germany.
Mm-hmm.
The pace of life, the way things move, the efficiency of the rail system, which again, the German system.
We're just here at a bad time.
Well, no, I'm not even thinking the strike. I just, Germany has the national rail system, and then they have the private companies. England has
Mm-hmm.
private companies, no true national rail
Right.
system. It's a little weird at first. There are nuances just within the train travel. Like in Germany, every platform you go to in Germany tells you where the train will be, what platform, where the cars will be, blah blah blah. You don't have to go to a source like real time trains. It's all on the tickets. It's all on everything.
Right.
But we have fallen in love with the UK. We think the UK is amazing. Um, I plan on going back to Germany next year, and then the year after that, we're probably going to do Scandinavia. We're going to get that out of the way soon. I don't know when we'll go back. Now, I have the option now that I'm retired and I have a little bit of money set aside. If I decided I wanted to go to a train show, let's say go to Warley, I could take off for 5 days. Joyce couldn't come, but I could take off and live cheap, or somebody might give me a home. Actually, even though that's
funny.
I mean, I'm sure you being you, that's both a serious question and kind of being funny. I handle accents very well.
Mm-hmm.
So the different regional accents,
yeah, it wasn't
not a problem.
Wasn't too hard.
But on the flip side, when we went into Wales, especially northern Wales, northwestern Wales, where you are hearing Welsh, that is only the second time in my life where I've been in a country where I didn't understand anything in the language. Even when I went to the Czech Republic, I knew how to say, hello, my name is, I would like, please, thank you, you're welcome. I understood at least some basics.
Well, we learned it, yeah.
Yeah, we taught ourselves some basics going over there. But still, we didn't understand the language.
Right. We couldn't really talk to anybody.
But in northern Wales, where so many people were speaking Welsh, it was frustrating me. I felt stupid because even in Germany, I can speak the language and I can speak the dialects. I don't just speak German, I speak
Mm-hmm.
Saxon German and Rhenish or Rhenish
Mm-hmm.
German, Bavarian German, Frankish German. I can speak those. But when they were speaking Welsh, I really was frustrated because I wanted to know what they were saying. So much that while I'm retired here, I might start studying Welsh and Scottish Gaelic because I want to be able to communicate to people in their language.
Mm-hmm.
And we did not take a crash course in Welsh in this trip.
We understood any of the Scots that we talked to. I would say we maybe heard some Scottish, like a because there was a construction site right behind where we were
Oh,
staying.
there's definitely some dialect
Yes,
words
but
and
I'm
phrases
not sure
that
I could
you
really
miss,
follow what the
but
guys were saying there. But
if you don't live within
people
the
that were
culture,
in
there are phrases. Even if it's Scotsmen speaking English, they're going to have their words and phrases that are specifically to
yeah,
that
but I mean
culture.
anybody that we talked to, yeah, we didn't really have any problem understanding.
And I find Edinburgh English much easier to understand than Glaswegian. Now, we didn't go to Glasgow, but and I know Andrew who just left is Glaswegian, and that I find Glaswegian English, Scottish English.
March was. It was probably I didn't realize it was so tough.
What was that? Well, what set that up?
What they were saying in Scotch.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, now the funny
Yeah.
thing is, if you go look
People
at the
off the
group picture,
streets.
if you go look on YouTube at the group picture I posted from um, York, the
Museum,
National
yeah.
Railway Museum, Leslie Gilpin is rough.
Close,
Leslie
yeah.
and Robert are close to my height. I mean, I was not standing over there. Yes, Jim was kind of short compared to me. Um, Lee is just short. Sorry, Lee, if you're out there watching. You're just short, Lee. I'm sorry. You're a hobbit.
Scots don't understand what's going on.
Scots don't understand Glaswegian. Now, see, that's a great one. Um, and but yeah, it was funny. And Alan, I don't think Alan is short, but yeah, I'm taller than Alan. But yeah, that was the first line. The first five people I met said, "I didn't think you were that tall. I didn't know you were that tall." And I don't think of myself as that tall because I've been around. What's that?
I can't read it.
Which one?
Kyle.
Okay. Don't talk to a drunk Scotsman. Ran into my first Scotsman at work. The fellow was wasted and could not understand what he said. Was the funniest thing I've ever happened to me. Okay, well, any drunk is hard to
Well,
understand.
that's true.
That was funny. That was funny. Lee, when Lee and I were saying goodbye, because we had spent the day together, and I had taken Lee and everybody out to eat.
Nice.
Lee and Jackie out to eat. I was constantly offering to take people out to eat. Only a few people took me up on it.
Try to feed everybody.
We were trying to feed you guys.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys are covered. It was so funny when I offered to buy you guys. Everybody was at York. Well, let me finish the Lee story. Anyhow, Lee's trying to film his final interview with me because he did post 2 videos and he cut out all the best parts. I'm sorry, Lee, you did. You got just a couple of stilted bits of me and you together, and you cut away some best parts. But we did like 6 cuts of the final interview.
Yes.
Because drunks kept walking through. Every time Lee and I would start to talk while Jackie's filming.
I was trying to block a little bit.
Literally, Joyce went over by the side of the building and put up, like a roadblock.
Well, yeah, where people
and they just walked right past her and walked between
around where I was.
They just walked through Joyce. They just walked right through Joyce. Excuse me, I gotta walk through this. But that was funny because we had drunks. We're filming here. I had like three or four different drunks just walking through. They were drunk. They were drunk. We've had a few drunks. liven our
We're
day.
just
So
laughing, just leave it in,
leave it in.
It's so serious.
But that was funny. It was funny to run into all those people, um, and everybody just because I don't ever consider myself that tall. I mean, when I stand next to her, I mean, yeah, she's short, but but it was bits like that. I think that's the funniest bits is just leave the drunks in. Well, how do you do, sir? Spare change. But it was just everything about this trip has been a blast so far. Knock on wood. We got to get home, but because that's it. When we
I
travel,
suppose we should be
we
checking
pick
those
up
flights
base.
and make sure
Like when
they're
we
not
go to
getting
Germany,
canceled.
we just fly into Frankfurt and we spend a day in Frankfurt just to get over the jet lag. We have tricks and we get over the jet lag. Actually, I don't even get jet lag anymore.
That's a pretty
Um,
good job.
but we have a couple of tricks we do so that the next day we're good to go. So we spend one day in the town, so we're not flying in one day and taking a train the next. Because often it's a long train ride. And
Mhm.
one day after being on a 7 hour plane ride, you don't want to be on a 4 or 5, 6 hour train ride. So we take a day and kind of get around. And we do the same thing. We take the train into Frankfurt, or in this case, we did it with London. We arrived in London, took a couple of days to see London, and then we hit the road to Cardiff and everywhere. So now we're going back. So we're taking a 2.5 hour, well, not even 2.5, 2 hour train ride. We're going to London, and we're going to spend half of tomorrow in London, Sunday in London, and then we fly out Monday morning. And it's just so we're not taking a train ride and then getting on the plane. It gives us a day to kind of get ourselves set, get our minds right to take that long flight home. I saw you first, Leslie. I saw you. Um, I looked over and I said, "Hey, there's Leslie Gilpin," and then a little bit later, well, actually, the first time it was sort of like Alan. I think that's Leslie over there.
Yeah.
And then you came a little bit closer. And, yep, that's Leslie. And then you turned around because I did say, "Hey, Leslie." So yeah, I recognized you first. Andrew is the one who walked up to me and went, "Anthony Dodge," because I could not remember what Andrew looked like because I think he's been on camera once in his videos.
Mm-hmm.
And then Carl, I had no idea what Carl was going to look like because I've never seen a picture of Carl. So it was awesome when he was there. And yeah, Anthony Dodge, I'm Carl. Hey, cool. So, and then Alan's just always a joy to see.
Mm-hmm.
So, like I said, he was the first one in the line, and
yeah,
is that Alan? And I'm pointing at him, I'm like, you. And he just points right back with that big grin. Gotcha. I don't know if it was a gotcha grin or not, but it was cool.
It was a gotcha.
And then Richard, I recognized right away.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, because we're people that put our faces on camera. But Richard and his mom were sweet. The saddest thing about the National Railway Museum, when so many people got together, is I didn't feel like I had enough time. Like I didn't talk nearly as much to Andrew as I would have liked. I didn't talk to Richard nearly as much as I wanted to. Robert would have been a great person to chat with, but I would have needed 3, 4 hours with each of them. So that was the sad bit. You're asking the wrong person, Kyle. I hate flying, and I have flown 30, 40 times now, and I still hate flying. Airplanes terrify me. And anytime there's turbulence, I cry.
To hold his hand.
I just sit there when there's turbulence, I seize up.
It's okay.
And Joyce is like, it's okay, breathe.
It's just a hair.
Because I'm doing that. We're all going to die! I just can't get over it. I have a fear of heights. Yeah. And while flying gets you, as long as the plane is smooth, I can handle it. But the minute there's turbulence, I freak out. I cannot handle turbulence.
It would be very cool to go up further in, it'd be cool to go up further in Scotland.
Yes, we would
And
love to go to Ireland
we would
and
love to
Northern
see
Scotland.
Ireland.
Yep, Ireland, Northern Scotland would definitely be on the next trips. Probably Glasgow and go. Well, Glasgow is not any further north than Edinburgh, but maybe hit Glasgow to hit a different big town. But we would go way up. We want to see the Highlands,
Yeah,
but
that
it's
would
hard to
be
get
super
there.
cool.
No one expects the Spanish Inquisition
Yeah, that's kind
amongst
of
our weaponry. Ah,
Anthony's thing, Randall. He doesn't like heights.
I don't like heights. I ride roller coasters. I've been to the top of mountains.
Although, to be more specific, he doesn't like falling. So,
Right. Anybody with a fear of heights, it's actually a fear of falling.
from somewhere high.
Yeah. You don't worry about it at two steps, but that's the whole point. The fear of heights is the fear of falling. Whatever puts it in you. Something may have happened as a kid. You don't know, but
Tough
hey,
line.
hey there, Danny.
Right.
But
Right.
I mean, it terrifies me, but not enough that I won't do it. I've had a couple of very scary flights. Just so much turbulence. We had one where we hit a big low pressure pocket and the plane went. Everybody sit down. We'll be in turbulence for about 15 minutes. I'm like, oh, we're going to. Yeah, I can't. I I can't. Prozac or weed should be allowed on planes. I mean, I'm not against, but I myself have never smoked or even smoked weed. But I think on airplanes, if it would mellow me out, I'd be all in favor of it. I just love the stewardesses, the flight attendants coming by. They would see me going like this on the plane. Here, have a couple of hits of this. Yeah. Oh, much better,
They get some more
man.
pretzels.
You got any more pretzels or some spicy Doritos, man? Yeah.
You're back
Yeah,
to your
that doesn't.
you're back to your hippies.
I'm back to my hippies. No, that's not quite. My hippies were a little different. The hippies. What's that?
You need your music.
No, I need that Hindu, the sitar music going. Ah, yes, you've had some of my special recipe, have you? That's it. The Kahat Stevens Airlines get a special recipe on the plane. Get high on the plane while you're high on the plane. The Kahat Stevens Airlines get high on the plane while you're high on the plane.
Oh man. Well, that's true. So far, so good.
Yeah, so far so good.
So far, so good.
So far so good.
So far.
But yes, I start getting nervous about 72 hours ago. Yeah, we got a flight on Monday. Yeah, she hears that. We're flying on Monday. I really need like a sleeping pill. That would be the best sleeping pill on the airline. I could take my one nerve medicine pill. Take a full one.
I might be carrying you off the plane.
You carried me off the plane, right? Like the one time when the anesthetic for my surgery kicked in about 2 hours after the surgery.
Anthony, you better get up. I can't carry you up the stairs.
I was awake through a surgery. The surgeon got sick of waiting for me to knock out. He's like, he won't remember it anyhow. Oh, I remember it.
Yeah, I did.
I remember it, but I didn't feel anything. And then I decided I was hungry because I hadn't eaten since the evening before.
It's one of those tests.
Because it was 7 in the morning. It was 7 in the morning for the surgery, and I'm leaving the hospital at 1. I'm hungry. So we stopped off at my favorite greasy burger joint. And I started eating. I got home, I started eating my burger in the car, and I'm like,
What's
and
the
I'm
slogan for your Kahat Airlines? Oh, you just said. Get high while you're
Yeah,
high.
yeah. He's saying what a
Oh,
slogan.
gotcha.
Get high on the
I
plane while
see.
you're high on the plane. Kahat Airlines.
Anthony will be cutting more.
Promotional videos. Well, of course, Randall started that one, but
Yeah, really.
no, I'm gonna get back to the parody songs. I'm not even thinking Matt Clark right now. We'll see what happens later. Series two wasn't as popular as series one, but um, I've got some train
What's the
videos
special
coming
variety?
too, but I've got more time to do it all. I suddenly find myself with all
Yes, you
kinds of
do.
time. I now have actual time.
You got a bedroom, no, no, no.
I've got a bedroom to remodel.
You gotta
Apparently,
fix.
she notice how she just does that
You gotta
Jedi
fix
mind trick.
two
You have a
sinks.
bedroom to remodel. These aren't the droids you want. These aren't the trains you want. You have a bedroom to
You gotta
remodel.
fix the sink down in the basement. You
Oh, I gotta
fix
fix this.
the one and the.
I haven't even. I mean, I have officially retired, but retirement doesn't kick in until August when she gets up to go to work, and I go. But could you even do one of the hippie? I don't know which. I dig, Master Kahat. I dig. Like I dig the yin to the yang, Master Kahat. I dig
Master
it.
Kahat.
There you go.
Master Kahat.
It's all right,
It's
Chief.
all right, just on a side.
Hey, Chief. I dig, Master. But the Kahat was James Mason gone sideways. I go to James Mason's voice. Ah, yes, lovely people, lovely. Ah, so you are miles to go. Master Kahat. I dig, man. I gotta get back into Corporal. Because some of those characters will be returning.
Mm-hmm.
Although, sadly, Auto Parts won't.
You gotta kill them all.
Killed Auto Parts off.
Oh, man. That's cool here.
Hey, man, check out the new headdress I got on. Otto, that's an arrow through your skull. Yeah, right. Cool, man. Wait, that means it went through my brain, right? Yeah, Otto, it went through your brain. Ah, funk. How expensive did I think the UK was? Well, I wasn't buying gas, so no, prices were for the basics seemed comparable to what we would pay for the basics in the United States.
Yeah, mostly.
Mostly, some things a little cheaper, some things
Yeah, I mean,
more.
the train prices were weird.
The hookers were more expensive here.
The train prices were weird.
Your
Some
trains,
places were very inexpensive, and then others were
like we took a
more.
first class train from Edinburgh to Stirling. Edinburgh to Stirling,
Right.
cheaper than a state ticket would have cost us in Germany.
Mm-hmm.
But then the
And
train from Edinburgh to York was 2 to 3 times the price we would have paid for an ICE
Mm-hmm.
from a comparable distance in Germany.
Didn't we kill him, that Kahat fellow? Yes.
Yeah, Kahat is dead. Yeah, Kahat is dead. Wilbur Farr is dead. But some of the soldiers,
Otto's dead.
Auto Parts, the soldier is dead. Auto Parts is dead. Well, the Kahat.
Both Miles to Go and
Miles to Go is dead.
Wilbur Farr
is dead. And then Donovan and Jennifer Juniper and CC Ryder and Kahat, they're all dead. I think that's the end of the death list. So we really didn't kill more people in this episode. Actually, there were a bunch of nameless soldiers that were killed. Or there was a bunch of nameless soldiers that were killed.
Oh, that's your argument.
Who's we, Jean Ricard? I don't recall you being involved in the killing of them.
Yeah, not even your character.
As writer. Okay, Kyle says he's got to get going. Yeah. All right. It was great to
Kyle,
have you here.
nice to hear you.
So, I don't think the UK was too expensive, but I mean, the banker here does not like talking about money, but I also, let's just say the budget for this trip was a lot friendlier than the budget for any other trip we've taken. We've always been tight with our money. We travel cheap, but we've done things where like, screw it. But like, that was the thing. You guys were, when I was offering to buy you tea at the railway museum, you guys were all like, no, no, no. And it's like, guys, it's my treat. Buy. I mean, and I bought cake and drinks for
Most
8 people. I don't know who all got what, but I mean, it barely came to 40 pounds, and that was
dinner.
we've had dinners that cost us more than that, and we don't eat fancy restaurants. So the I think the hardest thing was understanding tipping in the UK, because
Right.
when we were in Wales, they were like, you don't tip, you don't tip,
Right.
you don't tip. When we got to
Still there.
Liverpool, they were like, they just added the tip in. They added the tip as a separate line, automatic 10%. So in other places, it was like they expect, they want you to tip, and they want the traditional
Liverpool.
20%
It
tips.
just you really had to read the receipt and ask, because like at Liverpool, that Italian place we went to twice, I had a gratuity.
But Jean Ricard, I seem to recall Stanley Stimmer being quite against a mallard being added to anybody's fleet. But we just had, yeah, Danny, we will be in London tomorrow and Sunday. We were in London on June 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. We started in London, went to Cardiff, Bangor,
We're coming back
Liverpool,
because we're
Edinburgh, York,
flying in and out of London.
and then we're coming back to London because we fly in and out of London.
Yeah.
So we'll be in London tomorrow afternoon, and then all day Sunday, and then we leave early Monday morning. And there's been a couple of people said, "Gosh, if I'd known you were coming to the UK, I could have met you here or there." And I'm like, "Well, I've been talking about going to the UK for at least, well, almost a year on my channel." And the last 4 live feeds, we talked a lot about our trip and our itinerary. So, I've had a couple of people in London. I think Ali from Wardle Road said, "Oh, if I'd known you were being in London, I would have met you." Like, Ali,
told everybody.
saw the cost of some of the items.
Oh, well, yeah, it really wasn't a problem, but it's okay. It all worked
Well,
out.
I think a lot of people like that. I mean, Joyce and I might do that if somebody offered to buy. We're not going to turn around and order the steak and lobster,
Right? Yeah, but still,
we're not going to do that.
It was fine.
It was fine.
Yeah.
It was not going to hurt me. I had the money to treat people. I had the money to take you out all to an expensive restaurant, and my love for the people that I've met would have happily paid for everything. And it's fine if you don't want to hit me that hard in the wallet. But at the same time, I would have loved to have treated everybody. I mean, when you look at like the gifts Andrew gave me free, he spent 5 times as much as I spent to buy him a drink. And if I don't even know if he had cake, I think he had just a pop or a cola or a soda or whatever you want to call it.
Whatever. So anyway,
are we in the UK? No, we're not. This is all fake. We are actually in a little Polish kiosk just outside Warsaw.
You're a yoke.
We've just pretended to be in the UK.
Yeah.
We got stand-in looks alike. I mean, do you know how hard it was to find a Polish person who looked like Alan Wiles and even had the same laugh? Fortunately, $10, he built his own shed and built his own layout that looked just like Alan's. It was amazing.
Timber surfer. They call it free
Free
tea.
tea.
That's all we're taking?
Earl Grey, all for you. Go for it.
Yeah.
Or whichever one you prefer.
Well, next time we'll bill. Tea included.
But I mean, people, you guys, I mean, some of these guys, Robert bought train tickets from where he lives
Mm-hmm.
all the way up to York. You guys are spending all that money
It's no big deal.
just because, and again, the crazy part is because I mean, yes, the York Railway Museum is a draw and it's cool. And again, I went there, got the T-shirt,
Mm-hmm.
including is it all?
Los Locos.
Yeah, including maybe a mallard,
Maybe.
maybe. It was it, people paying the money. Like I said, there's so many great stories, and I don't want to leave anybody out. Again, like Philip Page,
Yes, they said they didn't just come to meet you, they met some of the. They got
and
to
they
meet
came
some
to
of each
meet
other
some of the
too.
other. Who
Yeah.
else is showing up, right?
Right.
And that's fine too. But and I don't want my ego to go. These people came just to
It's like
meet
the
me.
fake moon landing. Yeah, that was fake too.
Yeah, we faked that too.
Mm-hmm.
Joyce and I faked the moon landing just last week.
Yeah.
It's on NASA video. You'll see it. Oh, that's just it. We don't drink. See, we're annoying if you want to treat us because we don't drink tea or coffee.
Yeah, don't you get it on?
Pop, water, juice, hot
Mm-hmm.
chocolate,
Yeah.
beer at the right time.
Yeah.
And but like Philip Page, I mean, I I won't pick favorites or say this is a favorite story, but this is just Philip Page looked at our train schedule and he saw that we were going from Liverpool to Edinburgh. So he knew we were stopping at Wigan.
Right.
And he drove down to Wigan and he knew what train we were going to be on. And he knew there was originally an 8-minute window. An 8-minute window between trains. And fortunately, our train was arriving on one platform and we had to cross to the other. And as it is, it wound up arriving on one and we had to stay on that platform.
Mm-hmm.
But there was a delay. It turned into 20 minutes,
Right.
maybe more.
I think it ended up almost half an hour.
Yeah, half an hour.
Yeah, because they canceled a train and
other trains were taking longer because they were making up, stopping at places they normally wouldn't stop to pick up the people who were abandoned by the train. But anyhow.
Hi, Pierre.
Hey, Pierre, how are you? Nice to see you. So, Philip Page, with an 8-minute window, came to Wigan. Okay, he might do some train spotting while he's there, but he came there with the express intent of meeting me and Joyce for that 8-minute window. If that doesn't make you feel special, that somebody's willing to do that.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes you feel special. Tim meets us as our train stops at Newport, rides with us to Cardiff, just so he can talk to us a few more minutes.
We should get Philip more subscribers.
Yeah, we should get Philip more subscribers too. Philip Page. Okay, and then he does come up and spend the day with us up at Gloucester. And then again, when we're leaving, he rides a train to Cardiff, picks up on our train to Cardiff, and rides it back to Newport on the day we're leaving, just to meet with us again. Again, you got to feel special when somebody puts that effort in just to come and see you.
Yeah, little old us.
And again, then you go meet Alan. All right. First of all, I kind of, dropped hints a while ago. Alan, would it be okay?
Yeah, we're gonna be near you.
We're gonna be near you. Could we come and see the shed?
Trying to figure out what train.
I would have never suggested this a year ago, but
Oh.
within the last several months, really gotten to talking a bit here and there and on the channels. And when he said sure, and then when he finds out where we're going to be, he says, "I'll come and get you." He calls us and says, "I'll come and get you, and we will drive on this drive if you want to do that." and I'll take a year and take a year if you're okay with that. And Joyce are like, yeah.
Super. Yeah.
And then we'll go back to the house and you can look at the shed. Okay. So he does all this, and we have one of the most amazing car rides we've ever had. Alan is a brilliant tour guide. He should get a job with it.
There you go, Alan.
There you go. And he just amazing. And he takes us to these, shows us all these cool places. And he's hoping we like it, and we're like, I hope we showed him we appreciate it.
Right.
But this is gas money. This is UK gas petrol prices. Okay. He didn't have to do that. We were willing to take a train and work our way to his place, but he elected to do that. And then at York, he says, "I wish I could have done more."
What more could you do?
What more could you do?
Ah, Salem, you did so much. It was wonderful.
Well, if you wanted to buy me a mallard, okay, you could have done that for me. That might have been easier for. No, I mean, it's just that's the thing. Jim, I finally get to see Jim, and we meet his amazing family, and he's got a bag of goodies for me. Andrew comes down, he's got, Richard comes in. It's just, I mean, it's just over and over. I mean, I think those are the bigger memories we're going to take away. All the cool things we've seen, all the beautiful cities we've seen, all the cool T-shirts, but those pictures with all the YouTubers, the videos we have, because I still have to go home and put all that together.
Yeah.
It's going to be 20 hours of video. But
yeah, it will.
That many
you
people,
won't put all that up.
That many people who came, even if there were other extenuating circumstances that came to meet us. Beep. Oh, I'm sure there are plenty more places to see, but you have no obligation to show them all to us.
No.
You already showed us more than you needed to, and I don't say that because we don't want to see them. We're just overwhelmed by the generosity.
For a month to see.
Oh, a year.
Yeah.
A lifetime.
All the really good things.
I mean, when you go to look at Okay, I'll catch that later because we're gonna have to sign off in a few, but we gotta.
Yeah, I think so too.
We're gonna have to finish packing for tomorrow. Get up. But again, that's the wherever you go. When we go to Germany, there's beautiful mountains, there's beautiful castles, beautiful rivers. Yeah. But what makes the trip special are the people. Joyce and I, we do like to meet people.
Yes, we do.
And we like just the random people you meet. And then this is the first trip we've taken where I was really big. I mean, 2019, my channel was going, but it was still relatively new. And my channel was still a relatively young channel. But this trip, 3 years later, 2022, is where I've really become, in a small niche of the world, known on YouTube. At least in the model train community, because even if I have 1,000 subscribers, there's double that who at least have popped in on the channel and said asshole and left.
Yeah.
But the people that wanting to meet people, and there were 100 other people we wanted to meet and didn't. So we're very grateful for the few we did. Yes, it would be great to go to one of the big UK train shows where there'll be 30 or 40 YouTubers there.
That's great, Alan.
Yeah. Because it was both cool and scary. And again, if we had been more on top of it, Joyce and I would have booked it. Because would I look at that and go, yeah, I got to do it? No. But if Joyce goes, let's do it, I'd be like, all right, I'll do it. 5 minutes, I'll be alive in 5 minutes. I'll be fine. But yeah, that was amazing. In fact, the scariest part of that ziplining would have been the bus ride up to the top. Right. That probably would have been the scariest. But yeah, that was like, oh yeah, cool.
That was pretty cool. You can tell we're very expressive people. So
yeah, well.
We don't hide what we think.
We don't, yeah. If we don't say it, it's in our eyes.
Yeah.
One way or the other.
You can see it.
But we definitely, it was just an honor. It's a sadness that we don't know if and when our paths will cross physically again. Right. I mean, I know Joyce and I have discussed that yes, another UK trip is warranted.
Well, our next year, I think we're back to Germany
Germany, next
again,
year is Germany
and
again.
you guys can get to Miniature Wonderland.
Everybody come to Hamburg.
That would be a really
Yeah, yeah,
good.
just book a train, or I'm sorry, the Euro tunnel, the Euro.
That would be a really
Everybody
good
just fled.
trip
That would be,
because you should see it.
you know how much it would cost these people to get to Hamburg.
But it's closer than us. It's kind of awful.
You look like a mafia wife in hiding.
Do I?
But yeah, it was just amazing, and we can't thank all of you enough. It was so brilliant. Like I said,
Yeah.
the biggest sadness in this whole trip is again the time I didn't get to spend with Andrew, Robert, Richard, Carl. Although it was great talking to Carl as we walked through some of the things. And again, you all had some cool stories and knowledge that you saw me.
We'd
I
be
wanted to
surprised,
hear.
but it would be way worth it, though. Because, I mean, you should go to Biwala if you haven't.
Well, that's just it,
Because
Timber.
it
We
was
can't
made
time it.
for you.
Warley is in November, and Joyce
Yeah.
works.
Yeah,
I
I
no
couldn't
longer
do
work. I am retired.
it. Yes, Anthony could
I
do
could
it.
head out to Warley, but if you want to know the truth, she's my security blanket. I am uncomfortable
He'd
traveling
have a
without her.
hard time.
Being on a
He'd
plane
have a
without
hard time
her
flying without me.
would be really scary.
You can do
It would be really. I hate to sound mushy, but I don't like being without her. I've had to do trips and business trips, things
We've
where
done
I've
a
been without
few.
her for 3, 4 days, and they're not fun. In fact, when we first married, the first 3 months of our marriage, 4 months, 5 months, I only saw her on weekends
Mm-hmm.
because I had to go down to training.
We've been making up for it ever since.
Been making up for it ever since.
Yeah.
We're joined at the hip, and people use that as an insult.
God.
But we're joined at the hip. We're a tag team. We're a jigsaw puzzle that's glued together. We are what we are.
Mm-hmm.
But we are what you see too. I think if I would hope, and you guys can confirm it, that pretty much what you see here is what you met.
Sean, you're gonna give him a complex over that ad.
No. I will.
Nice
If it's not this hat, I can't guarantee it's this hat. But I have to protect myself. My mother had skin cancer. I had a sister die from skin cancer, and I have to protect myself from the sun now.
Still ways to go.
But yeah, it's a way.
Before I retire.
Yeah, Joyce is not retiring for many more years. Many more years.
Nine's a plan.
Yeah, she's planning on going 9 more years.
Yeah.
So
I can keep
if
it going.
we go to Warley, either she would have to take a lot of sick days. Yeah, you saw. No. I'm not missing that much work. I'm not missing that much work. No. But we'd have to do it. So yeah, I can't say enough. The UK was brilliant. There's, like I said, there literally was one true, well, two negatives. I talked about the one, just not having time to talk to some of you that I met at York. But the only negative was an incident with a waitress where, you know, it really wasn't that big a deal, other than she kind of threw a temper tantrum walking into the kitchen. It's like, I wasn't rude, because that's just it. I don't like to be accused of being rude if I wasn't being rude. It's one thing if I had been rude, but I wasn't being rude. I apologize. I'm sorry. We've got to go. Our sandwiches, we've been waiting 40 minutes for our sandwiches. We got to be here at 1:30. It's 1:27. We got to leave. And I just said, I'm sorry. I didn't yell at her. I didn't cuss her out or anything. It's nice with a young wife. Ass kisser. And but and that's not even worth talking about anymore.
No.
So hopefully it's the last time I mention it. Yeah, it was no big deal. It was a
week ago or something.
Yeah, whatever. But it was just such a. But it's been just beautiful countries.
Mhm.
Notice I said plural countries.
Yeah.
We hit 3 countries.
Yep.
One city in Scotland,
Just
2 in Wales,
delighted with the hills.
and just beautiful country, beautiful people, um, and amazing times that we're not going to forget.
Mhm.
And just absolutely, absolutely stunning. And I will never, you know, I I I know I'm 58, but I'm a 10-year-old at times. I've never stopped being a 10-year-old. Being in Alan's shed, being at Jim's layout, being in Jim's loft, and seeing that layout. Yeah, I was a kid. You're not insulting me when you say when people describe like how giddy or excited or whatever I was. That's not an insult. That's how I
Hi,
am.
Colin.
Hey, Colin. Hello. We're just slowly. You're not allowed to say anything as your wife's sitting next to you.
Okay.
Yeah, I just got. Well, I'll wait till we're offline here. Great to see you, Colin. Really great to see you. It's just we've had a wonderful time. I mean, we can't say it enough. And but the people we met just will,
Mhm.
and I'll talk about it next week. Although I'll have
Right.
some new trains. I'll have at least 3 new
Right.
locomotives. Who what?
Right.
Oh, Roy came in.
Yeah.
Hi, Roy. Yeah,
So
we're just.
cute. Hi, Roy. I
How
have
many fingers am I holding up?
20,
How many fingers am I holding up?
3.
Wrong. It was all 5. Just 3 of them were straighter. You need your eyes checked.
Oh, I think I messed up my glasses.
Oh, did you?
I do.
Oh, you got to get them adjusted again. Yeah, when we get back home, Tuesday or Wednesday, you can go out. But yeah, I've got new locomotives coming from Germany that I ordered, and I'm hoping for more. And of course, we bought a new one here.
Hi, St. Mary's.
Good night, Stuart.
Yeah, new trains. They'll have new trains
I'll
when
have
he gets
new
home. So,
locos, new locos.
yep. Yeah,
An uninvited guest here.
we do.
He didn't even log into Streamlabs to crash this party.
Okay.
Okay, okay. So anyhow, I hope that those of you who met us um, were just half as tickled to meet us as we were to meet you,
For sure.
because like I said, meeting each person individually was brilliant, but that sitting at the table really blew my mind away. It's like this is Trains in the Attic right here.
Yeah.
Here's Robert
Oh,
from
for
Robert's
sure.
Train Set here, and Leslie Gilpin is right there, and March West Junction is there. Carl is sitting here. My wife's over there, and
If you didn't hit the like button,
and if you
please
did hit the
hit
like
the
button,
like button.
I know, I understand,
Please,
and but
yeah. If you could make it, you could. If you
you could,
couldn't, we understand. But
but there's always various ways to hook up. I'm gonna look at start maybe putting up OBS, trying to load in Streamlabs through my OBS on my live streams, and maybe start pulling up guests and maybe getting to see more faces and that. And you can always contact us on Facebook if you want to chat more or just talk.
yeah,
I'm there. We're there. One
yeah.
of us. Your channel's been rather silent for a few months. It's time you got off the schneid and started working on it again.
I need some new ideas.
No, just go with old ideas.
I need some old ideas.
But anyhow, we got to finish packing, and I've got some
Cool.
text messages to meet.
Right.
No, it was great, Leslie. Like I said, I just feel bad we didn't.
Absolutely.
I wanted to spend more hours with you, with Andrew, with Carl,
Yeah.
and
That
with
was great,
Richard,
guys. Yep.
even with Alan. But I did get to spend quite a bit of time
Yeah,
with
we did
Alan,
with
but
Alan.
not enough.
Right.
Um,
No, wasn't enough for
it-
sure.
maybe he thought it was enough, but we did. Yeah. God, get these American. No, I'd have to do it in his Welsh accent, well, not even Welsh, but Um, Anthony,
Mm-hmm.
Anthony. I got to just get it a little bit higher than Anthony.
Yep.
Start giggling. That was funny. That was a great line. I forget who said. I think you said something, and he just like, "Don't get me giggling." I was like, "No, that'd be the best thing in the world is to
For
get you
sure.
giggling."
Get it, go. So,
All right, thank you, Jean Ricard. Because again, this is our last
yeah,
postings. Although I don't know
yeah, we'll be
if we
back.
make it to Buckingham Palace, we might post something on Facebook, but we won't.
Yeah, we can put something on
You
Facebook.
won't see
We
our
won't do
faces live on
won't
video
do YouTube
again.
until we get back home.
You won't see our faces live on video again until we're back at the Miracle layout in my basement. I did get a
Yeah,
cool
a
sign
few
that
more
I will
days.
be. I didn't want to get it out, but some
Yeah.
other things I bought that I'll show off. And so next week will be a cool show, running trains and showing off some
Hey,
new stuff.
Philip.
There's Philip Page, and go subscribe to Philip Page.
Yeah. And we're trying to log off here, Philip.
Yeah, sorry, Philip. We are just we've been trying to say goodbye for 15 minutes, and
we're
we
never
we
gonna get
can't.
out of
It's
this
almost
couch,
11. Yeah,
so.
it's going to take us 10 minutes to get out of this couch.
Sunk in.
Literally, I will be pushing Joyce up like, "Go, you go." This sunken in couch. I do. Our landlady's not going to watch this, but yeah, this is a dead couch.
Yeah, it is.
This couch is pushing up daisies. If it hadn't been nailed to the floor, then it's passed on. And yes, Chris, it was awesome to meet you, and
For
we
sure
did get some great time.
Yeah, that was
When
great.
you left, I was near tears, Chris,
He
because
was.
I knew it'd be the last time I saw you
Yeah.
live this way. You were leaving, like
Mm-hmm.
all of you, but
Mm-hmm.
wanted to spend more time. But it was brilliant.
Yep, sure was.
Chris is an amazingly great guy,
Yep.
and seeing the twinkle in his eye live was brilliant.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't steal. Okay, put the silverware back. We'll have to put it back.
Kidding, we're watching or wait. We're not gonna add to it.
Yeah, we're watching the weight of our luggage. Yeah, we're already going to be pretty over. So anyhow, from the Model Train Outsider and Nancy.
It's Lil, damn it.
From Joyce. And from Matt Clark and 20 million other personalities. We just want to say one last time from the UK. I'll be saying, I'm sorry, we should change it since we're in the UK. No. We're in the UK. Cheerio and ta. Ta-ta.
Cheers.
Cheerio. Happy trains, everybody. Take care.